When you think of a president, you probably picture a man in a suit, someone signing papers in a quiet, fancy office. But that wasn't Theodore Roosevelt, not even close. This was a man who stared down challenges head-on. He didn't just lead a country, he wrestled with life itself. He saw the world as one giant, thrilling expedition, to be explored, tested, and conquered. Roosevelt wasn't content to sit on the sidelines. He believed in the strenuous life. It meant getting your hands dirty, pushing your limits in power and in the wild. He was a statesman, yes, but he was also a boxer, a rancher, a hunter, and a naturalist. He climbed mountains, forded rivers, and tracked beasts across continents. For him, adventure was essential training. True strength is mental toughness and resilience. Most leaders talk about courage. Roosevelt lived it and proved it time and time again. His story reminds us, the wild tests and the test reveals the leader. After devastating loss, his wife and his mother on the same day, Roosevelt ran toward the harshest place he could find, the Dakota Badlands. He bought a ranch and lived as a cowboy. No gentleman's retreat. The land was brutal, scorching summers, lethal winters. The men were tougher. He had to prove himself all over again. He embraced the challenge. Long rides, roundups, nights under the stars. He learned the rope and the iron and never complained. They called him Four Eyes. Then they saw his grit. He spent more than 40 hours in the saddle tracking thieves who stole his boat, capturing them at gunpoint in a frozen river. He wasn't playing cowboy. He was living it. Out here, you depended on yourself, your skills, your instincts. He hunted bison and pronghorn. Each hunt tested endurance and courage, and the hunter became the conservationist, seeing a web of life that needed protection. The West stripped him to his core and rebuilt him stronger, teaching self-reliance that would guide his life. From sickly boy to resilient man, he made his body and forged his will. Years after his presidency, the fire still burned. He went to map an uncharted river, the Rio da Duvida, the River of Doubt. No one knew where it went. For Roosevelt, that was an invitation. The jungle fought back. Piranhas, poisonous snakes, insects, malaria, dysentery, treacherous rapids, canoes lost, supplies gone. One man drowned. Another went mad and murdered. Roosevelt was pushed to the brink. A deep leg wound, raging fever, delirium, so weak he had to be carried. He begged his son Kermit to leave him, to save the others. His men refused. They carried their leader. Miraculously, they made it. He'd lost over 50 pounds, never fully recovered. But they mapped the river. It was renamed the Rio Roosevelt. The world saw his unyielding spirit. His adventures weren't separate from his presidency. They were its foundation. He faced monopolies like he faced a grizzly, without blinking. United States Forest Service, 150 national forests, 51 bird reserves, 4 game preserves, 5 national parks, 230 million acres protected, 18 monuments, including the Grand Canyon. He was the adventure-loving president, proving that life is the greatest adventure of all.